everybody. Welcome. My name is Tom, and this is our Call of Cthulhu series called Buried Secrets. If this is your first time joining us, thanks for coming. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel so you can follow all the fun and stupid things we're doing here. I have 4 players with me tonight. Tonight's a session 0 where we're going to introduce our characters. We're going to talk about them a little bit so you can get to know the family, go over some basic things with character sheets, things like that, and prepare for our first episode. So I am going to first bring in my first player, and it's Diver. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Diver, and I have the pleasure of playing the outlaw Jesse James Montgomery, not the same Jesse James as you might be thinking of, but he's always kind of a rowdy child, and he came out of the womb kind of kicking and screaming, and so earned his name, his moniker, even at birth, and he went off to the Great War and put in his time there, his service, and came back and just he couldn't see himself working a 9-to-5 at some general store or whatever. He just, after all that kind of action and everything else, he just couldn't reintegrate into standard day-to-day society. And so he opted for a much more, what he felt was a romantic and action-packed lifestyle of criminal behavior, knocking over banks, and traveling from state to state on horseback. So yeah, that's kind of his thing. So he's back now. He's returned to Philadelphia, but he's got a sordid history and past behind him.
Righty, looking forward to getting to know him.
Yeah.
And Jen. Jen, you're muted.
Yes, I know. Okay. I turned it off when the video was on. So I'm Jen. I'm playing Helen Montgomery, who is Hazel's great-granddaughter, I think. And she's 20. She used to be a flapper, but now she feels like she's getting a little too old for this and is looking for a husband primarily. Her father sent her here to the funeral for Hazel because he didn't want to go, and she doesn't know why.
Righty. Mm-hmm. And Haley.
Hi everyone, my name's Haley, also known as Beyblade666 on the internet. And next week I'll be playing Elizabeth Montgomery.
Alrighty.
She's a housewife who's recently widowed, and her husband is related to Hazel, the matriarch of the family.
Alrighty. And Whispers.
Hello. Like always, save the middle child for last. I'm playing Richard Dickey Montgomery Balenciaga.
I don't know where that came from, but
he's just your random middle child. Ran away from home at 16. Really hasn't talked to his parents in a while. Usually the one sending the bail money for Jesse. Lives in New York. They are a construction worker and lives with their roommate in a 1-bedroom apartment, and he is totally just a bachelor. He just has no game with women.
It's just a good way to save money. That's, he's just...
In this economy, not having a roommate in New York?
It's 1923. I mean, there's a depression coming. Don't people know these things? So let me give everybody a little idea of kind of the story we have. Our story begins in June of 1923 in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. It's an affluent suburb of Philadelphia. And our story centers around the Montgomery family, as you've seen. All of our characters are related either through birth or marriage. In recent years, the Montgomerys have weathered a scandal that would have devastated other businesses and destroyed their family, yet they managed to maintain their wealth. But despite all their successes, Wilton Montgomery, Hazel's beloved son, at last gave in to despair and killed himself in the servants' quarters. Just a few short months following his death, Hazel herself, the matriarch of the family, has passed away at the tender age of 97. Each of our characters has been contacted by the family attorney Edgar Wilkes, excuse me, and has been asked to attend Hazel's service. The society page is harpies whisper that maybe her wicked ways finally caught up with old Hazel. Some have even suggested that maybe she was murdered. Mr. Wilkes has done his best to stall the police investigation until after the funeral, but Detective June Ramirez has been relentless and consistently is trying to get to the family to begin her job, her investigation. For Hazel, well, she wasn't well liked by most outsiders and seemed to have had very few friends, mostly business associates. The Montgomery clan emigrated from Scotland 90 years ago and built its fortune in mining in northeastern Pennsylvania. Our players are various grandchildren or even great-grandchildren of Hazel. The feelings for her are their own, either good or bad. So now that we kind of know what we're dealing with, let's talk a little bit about each character, kind of maybe where they are now. Maybe they don't have a permanent home. Maybe they've taken to the road and they just kind of wherever they lay their head is kind of home. Maybe they've fallen into their own bit of trouble. It seems like trouble just seems to follow the Montgomery family. It's almost as if there's a curse.
That's why I changed my last name.
Yeah, I was going to say I was quite really wondering where that had come from.
Oh, but historical reasons.
Okay. So we know a little bit about each of them. We know Jesse is a ne'er-do-well. Outlaw, yes. We prefer to keep that out of the press.
The boys will be boys.
That's right.
Now you had gotten either a telephone call or a telegram from Edgar Wilkes, and again, he is the family lawyer. You have all heard his name at one time or another. He might have even had to bail someone out once. So he's been with the family, it seems like, forever. And he's a patient man, but even his maybe speaking to him on the phone, you almost got a sense of relief from him that she's gone now. That in a way, a weight has been lifted. Hazel was not a pleasant woman to deal with. She was a strong, powerful force in business at a time that women weren't supposed to be involved in any of this. But her husband had died decades ago, and Hazel took over the family business, the mining business, and continued it into near record profits against seemingly all odds. If anything, people respected her, despite the fact that she might have crushed them and destroyed their lives. For some reason, they still respected her. So. Again, your reasons for returning are your own. You were asked to come. You were not ordered to come. So you may have had a decent relationship with Hazel. Maybe she was the only one who did show you some respect when maybe others didn't. So that's the kind of things that I kind of want the players to think about for the first session, because there may be questions asked of you. Hey, what's your relation to Hazel? People may say bad things about her. I'm sure they will say bad things about her, and that'll be up to your character to respond. You may be like, yeah, you're right. I hope that old bitch is rotting in hell. Or you might be like, hey, she stood up for me. She bought me my first bicycle, or she bought me my whatever. So things to think about for the characters. Other thing would be, go ahead, was there a question? Nope. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think the reason why Jesse comes back is grandmother's the only person that knows it's not his roommate, and surprisingly still
Jesse
sends
or
him money
Dickie?
every. Dickie.
Jesse has a roommate now?
Yeah.
So give me a moment. I'm not a doctor. I gotta remember my character.
I mean, that's okay for Jesse to have a roommate too, but I mean.
You're telling me Jesse hasn't hooked up with that guy just once because he felt like it, you know.
The road isn't dry.
Tyler's like,
No, yeah, I feel like grandmother was the only person who knew, and she was surprisingly accepting about it from someone in the 1920s.
Okay. That sounds good. How about Helen? Any thoughts on Hazel so far?
She's probably afraid of her and has been since she was a little girl. She's just kind of scary and foreboding and seemed powerful, and Helen just spent a lot of time not getting on her bad side.
Okay. Anything from Elizabeth just yet?
she's coming into this with a fresh kind of perspective because she's not actually related.
Okay.
She's only related through marriage.
Okay.
And she's there because her husband has died and she needs the money. She needs to like
Right.
grovel for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I'm here for the
she'll say anything
inheritance.
to get it.
Right.
To get some sort of inheritance to look after her and her child.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And Helen's there because her father would not go at all. He's not going for this. No way. Sent me instead.
Yes. Her and what I want to do probably is for the first game. Actually, we'll get the diagram out, the family tree, so that we can start to look at that. Helen's father is Howard Montgomery, who is the eldest of three brothers, Howard, Richard, and Jesse. So yeah, Howard should be going. You don't know. Maybe he will show up, but at the moment he seems kind of reluctant to go. He never really had good things to say about his grandmother. And he grew up in Bulverton House. None of you did. You've been there as kids, maybe as an adult, but not in a long time. So place always just kind of gave you the creeps. You just got the feeling that it wasn't home, or it wasn't your home, that it was somebody else's home, and you were, even if you were family, you were just visiting. So okay.
Diver. Idea. We make the running joke that our oldest brother never shows up for anything.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Never shows up for anything.
That's right.
Maybe he's a horrible wretch who
He's just recluse. You can't get him out anywhere. He never shows up.
So now he's sending his daughter to deal with these messes?
Right, yeah.
What a coward.
Or he's an invalid. I mean, I don't even know. Just can't be bothered.
And
at least I'm not paying his bail.
Of course.
And I want to actually share a picture of the family.
Okay.
And waiting 10 minutes for it to come up here.
Yeah.
And it's really small. I'll share it in a second. It's really small, but we will persevere. So.
All right.
And we want this.
Oh,
okay.
There we are. Okay.
And we will see if we can make that a little bit bigger.
Oh yeah, you can.
All righty.
All right.
Focus.
Oh.
All those of you playing at home, Jesse is the one all the way over in the far right there. He's a little small.
There's Jesse. Here is Hazel.
Yeah.
And here is Grandpa. And that is Grandpa. And here we have Dickie here.
Mhm.
And back here is Wilton. And this is his sister, Pearl, I believe.
Mhm.
And I think this is Abigail.
Mhm.
And then this is Wilton's first wife, Matilda. He then married another woman who actually is the mother of. No, I have that wrong. This is Mabel.
Yeah, I was going to say Matilda is the second wife, I thought.
Yeah. No, actually, Matilda, I think, was the first wife. Mabel is the second wife. And Mabel is the mother of Howard, Richard, and Jesse.
You're right. I'm mixing up the wives.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm sitting here.
This is why we
going
have
through.
a family tree.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm going through struggling to get everybody. So yeah, so this is the extended family at a decent time. You know, Mabel doesn't look too awful here, does she?
Mm.
I mean, at this point, like, Dickie's at least like 10, and depending on the age difference, Jesse's like 5 to 8.
Yeah.
Probably.
Howard still isn't in the family photo. He's still early in life.
Yeah, I had toyed around with making this Howard, but I think I came up with I think that's her sister, isn't it? Let me see. It is. Oh, sorry guys, I got my notes here somewhere.
It's all right.
You're good. The girl on Michael's lap is Wilson's daughter, Catherine, and the girl to the right is Mary.
That's right. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. So we actually need to add those sisters into the family tree somewhere.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they would be coming down from Wilton and Mabel. So, because who knows? Maybe they'll attend the funeral. So.
Maybe.
Okay. So thought that would be nice to share the family tree. Okay. What we can do is we're going to be using Foundry for the game. Rolling dice is actually fairly easy in the game. What I'm going to do is I will bring up Edgar Wilkes' character sheet. I don't care if you see it because it's not like he's a supervillain and you're going to be fighting against him or something. So, we'll bring that up. Oh, no, wrong one. Okay. Okay. And
there we are.
If you can see it. Okay.
Yep.
So rolling dice is pretty easy. And we're going to have a chat thing here that'll actually tell everybody and you what you rolled. So let's say I want to make a strength roll for Edgar. What I do is just hover over, like, say, strength here. And it's going to ask you, is it a regular roll? For the most part, we're going to keep things on regular roll. And there it is. Now, with this game, you want to roll below your score here. And what this means is he has a strength of 55. And I forget what the levels are. It's like superior or something like that.
It's hard success and critical success. A hard success is half. A critical is 1/4.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So say like a critical success would be 11, would be below an 11 for him, and a hard success is a 27, equal to or below a 27. So say he got a 97, which is bad. So
okay.
Now you have a thing called luck in this game. It's it's kind of like a thing you can use to you can use it to re-roll things if you like. I'm gonna probably only allow it if you're maybe like 10 away from you're making your success. So let's say that I needed to roll a 55 and I rolled a 60. If I wanted to, I could spend 5 luck to then get down to essentially a 60 and succeed. So You really can't do it with every roll. And there's certain rolls I know you cannot use luck. I have to go back and look at it. There's some you're not allowed to use luck.
It's Sanity, Cthulhu Mythos, and Magic, I believe,
Yeah.
at the top of my head.
Yeah. There's some you're not allowed to do it. So what I've found is you can only seem to see this stuff on the character sheet if you minimize the sheet. I don't know why you can't really see everything at once. So if you ever need to see this stuff, just minimize it.
Okay, got it.
So here's your hit points. Here's your sanity. There are going to be times that if you see something that is horrible beyond belief, that it would be hard for your character to even fathom, I may have you make a sanity roll. And if you do not succeed, you lose some sanity, and then I believe you have to make another roll. There's a roll you don't want to succeed at. I forget. Maybe it's the sanity roll or something that you don't want to succeed, because then maybe it's when you get to a certain sanity level or something. Like I said, I'm fairly new to the game, but I know there's a point where you get to that you don't want to believe what you've seen, but if you do believe it, you might be like, yes, that's a good idea. Maybe I should take an axe and kill someone.
Okay.
Every character has a maximum of sanity that they can lose within a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Once they do that, if they fail another sanity roll, they enter permanent sanity. The character sheet becomes yours.
Okay. Yeah, I knew there's something that, like, there's one you don't want to succeed, because then it means you get into the idea and you might want to do something bad. So, but other than that, I mean, the game is, I don't think it is too hard. It can be very brutal at times, though, because succeeding at your role could be really tough. Like, say, now there's gonna be certain things that your character is better at. Edgar is a family lawyer, so he has, say, a 60 in law. So if he had to make a law roll, he has a good chance of succeeding at that. Spot hidden, well, spot hidden roll is going to come up a lot with, did you notice something? Hey, did you notice that panel in the wall has a little tiny outline on it? That could be a door. It's things like that. So there may be times you're going to do things like spot hidden rolls. Poor Edgar did not succeed. So, and
I was going to say, and for the poor audience, do not make a drinking game of how much you ask for spot hidden in Call of Cthulhu. You will be drunk within the first 5 minutes. Within 10, you will have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. And I believe a 100 is a critical failure. If you roll a 100, something bad happens. Like, something really bad will happen. If you roll a 1, something stupendous, something amazing is going to happen. Jesus himself may appear and fight Cthulhu for you or something.
Oh my.
So it's not too hard. There's combat. I mean, there can be combat, but there's not a lot for that. You should have under gear and cash, you can add. Oh, here we go. Like, he has, like, melee. He can fight. And I think he has a pistol. So there is some combat to it. I don't anticipate a lot unless, you find a pit of zombies or something like that and they come running at you, then you might need to defend yourselves.
Right.
Let's hope there's at least some combat, because I got some decent combat skill.
There will be, yes, yeah. No, I know every character kind of has their strength, so
Yeah.
I try to make sure everybody gets a chance to do, like, their thing and
Hey,
contribute. So.
my brawl's a 65, honey. This bitch can punch him.
So, but otherwise, I think it's going to be a fun game for everybody. So let me close Mr. Wilkes here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what questions do you guys have? Anything you want to go over?
Hmm.
I haven't played Foundry in like over 2 years.
Okay.
So, but I have
This
done
is-
it before.
Okay. This is my first time running a game on Foundry, and I've
Mhm.
found it actually to be pretty easy so far.
Yeah. It's really
yeah.
easy to roll dice, I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
That's and I like being able to keep all the character sheets and all that kind of stuff in one place. So
Makes it easy. Yeah.
So, all right. I don't really have a whole lot for everybody else. Like I said, I wasn't anticipating this going real long,
Mhm.
but anything you want to say about your characters or your questions? You got a
I
question,
do
Haley?
have a quick.
Okay, I think Haley, did you have a question?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I figured out more details about my character just
Okay.
now.
That's fine. No,
Good.
that's fine. That's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, what we can do is you and I can we'll make your character, and we'll get that done for you. So,
Yeah.
would you have whispers?
Are we going to be using the optional rules of the packs in Call of Cthulhu?
The packs.
I might be calling it something wrong, but for instance, Jesse can have the Outlaw pack, which makes
that's
him immune to seeing dead bodies.
yeah. You're supposed to have like connections to I think the other players, and I don't know. We could. I mean, is that kind of like allies or something like that? Or
The way it works, it gives you like a couple extra points to spend, a couple extra proficiencies. It would also say, like, for instance, if Jesse goes like the criminal background, Jesse cannot lose sanity from seeing a dead body.
No, because
Because he's seen it so much. He's become immune to it.
I
For
create
instance,
them.
for Jesse, I could go, I have law the same way, and because I've dealt with the law in New York, being, you know, a gay fucking man. Once again, it's a very common thing. I'm immune to seeing dead bodies with that pack because I've seen them for so much. And it's different things, it's optional, it's not required.
To me, that kind of takes the fun out of Call of Cthulhu because usually your average person probably doesn't see a lot of dead bodies. Now, Jesse, from having been in a war, yes, probably has seen a lot of bodies.
he's in the trench, you know.
Exactly. So, but your average person hopefully has not seen like mutilated bodies. I mean, even going to a funeral might be, triggering some people. So, I don't know.
I mean, it's
wanna...
not all dead bodies. This is the only ones I can think of.
Yeah. I think Jesse might have a slight edge in that. But on the other hand, if I decide to be cruel to him and some PTSD kicks in,
oh yeah,
which no offense to anyone with that, I'm not saying that.
But,
not offended. Have that. Not
if
offended.
you want, Keeper, I can send you the PTSD mechanic that I designed for my game.
We can look at it, but
he's already got only like 50 out of 99 sanity, so he's already starting a little messed up. So.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who hasn't above 50 at this point?
Yeah, he's just like he's seen some shit, so you know.
All right.
There's a reason why I ran away from home at 15.
Right, yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and have Haley start making her character, and if you guys want to stay on and help, is that okay if they see what you're doing, Haley, or would you rather them not see it?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. You guys can probably help out.
Okay.
I really know what I'm doing in this. So.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so you've already got the template.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do I make it in Foundry?
Well, what you do is you're going to you go over to the compendium packs, and then there's like right under examples, there's actor.
Yeah.
You click on that.
Create actor.
And it's going to have like a 1920s character or something.
Now, what did that do?
I don't know if you see that.
Oh, do I press create actor?
Or
search actor?
Let me try doing it real quick here. So you click on examples. You click on examples, and then you should have something that says 1920 character. You know, let me share my screen and I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Examples. I see it now.
Yep. And you click on 1920 character.
Yep.
And then you should have an option to import.
Oh, okay.
And then what it's going to do is over on the right under the actors list, you're going to see those characters there. And you can click on that 1920 character now.
Okay.
And then it should give you an option then to, you should be able to edit them, like change their name and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So let me get out the rules here. And I know Whispers has them memorized. So how to make a character.
How dare I do. Hi, audience. I run a Call of Cthulhu game as well. That's
Yes,
how I
you
know
do.
about the rules.
So we can walk you through making your character here.
Mhm.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is for your strength, your con, your dex, your app, and your power. What you're going to do is you're going to roll 3d6 for each one. So we'll start with your strength. You're going to roll 3d6, and then you're going to multiply that result by 5.
Okay. Do I roll it somewhere?
If you just have dice with you, you can roll it
No,
there.
I don't.
No? Okay.
I mean, I do, but I don't have that many dice.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'll just pull up a dice roller here.
Sounds good. That's what I was going to go grab.
Hmm.
So let me stop sharing here. And I'll bring the book over here.
Yeah, the dice thing on Foundry does not work for me for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I have dice, so I can just do that.
Okay, we'll figure it out, Jen, because it has to
Yeah.
work for you.
It has to work for me? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work for you.
All right.
So don't worry.
Okay, so I got 2 4s and a 2.
Okay, so that's a 10 times 5 is going to be 50. So what you're going to do is in that spot for strength, you're going to just put in 50 there, and it's probably already 50, I think.
Yeah, it's already there. Cool.
Okay, so that one's not going to change then. So okay, and then we're going to do the same thing then for your con.
13.
Okay, so 13 times 5 is 45. So that's going to be your constitution.
Okay.
And then your dex.
9.
Okay, times 5 is 45.
Okay.
And then your appearance.
12.
Okay, so 60.
Sounds about right.
And her power.
15.
Oh wow! So is that
Whoa.
is that 75?
Dang.
Yeah. Wow. Power is like a measure of like magical ability. So yes, so we may have you may be the family witch. Who knows?
Oh, probably. That works. I can
Helen
make
does.
it up.
Helen
I
does
love doing
tarot.
this.
So
Yeah. Helen has some magical ability too. So
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
The ability to make my husband go insane and
Maybe you killed your husband.
yeah, but not knowingly,
Oops.
You totally didn't want that life insurance policy.
All right. So now for your size, you're going to roll 2d6, and then we're going to add 6 to that result.
Six.
Okay. So 12 times 5 is 12 times 5 is 60. So she's a decent sized woman.
Really? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because you said you got 6, and then plus 6 is going to be 12.
Oh, so you you don't get to choose like what your body type is.
Nope.
It's rolled for you.
Nope.
I mean, you technically
Well, for
can.
You
in
technically
home
can,
games, but you know,
Oh, maybe she's
I mean, I
pregnant.
Oh.
I was thinking she was taller than
No,
but
she's
it's up to you.
pregnant. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
canonically pregnant.
Canonically
Wonderful mother.
always pregnant. No. Okay. And then your intelligence. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 2d6.
4.
Okay. Plus 6 is 10. So 50 for your intelligence. So you're,
Okay. Well, it's average.
what is it? What was that? It's like below average, or is that, I forget what.
50's average.
50's average? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. If 100's the best. Okay.
You, as a woman, for some odd reason, have a high school education.
Well, it's 1923. Like, she's a housewife.
And
I don't know.
and a husband. She
Not
scored.
saying that that's a bad thing, but
Your husband
Alright.
let you stay in school. You should count yourself so lucky.
something like that.
And then here's where we're going to see your education. So yeah, so roll 2d6.
10.
10. Okay. So 16.
That works.
16 times 5 is what? 80?
Yeah, that sounds. You have a master's degree in
Yes,
something.
you have like a freaking master's degree.
Oh,
So-
not only did you marry a husband that let you finish high school, he let you get a master's degree. Oh, you are so lucky. You can't work. You're legally not allowed to work. But you have a master's
You
degree.
can't go
She doesn't have to. Well, she might have to now, but
Well,
Just
yeah.
like here.
No, you can't. You have children and you're a widow. By U.S. law in 1923, you're not allowed to work.
Actually,
Once you are
okay.
married and have children, you waive your rights to work as a woman.
hence the witchcraft. I mean,
Well,
smart,
no.
It works.
educated.
Hence, I'm here for an inheritance.
Yeah.
It's fine. You married into a rich family. If anything happens, you just come live with Dickie and it's fine. We can just hex
With
people.
2 babies.
It's fine.
And ironically, then I think you said she's like 22, 24, something like that.
Well, should she be?
That's
I
up to
forget
you.
what the age
I
of
mean-
marriage was average. I was thinking like really young, like 18 or 17.
You would probably get engaged around 15, 16. You can start going to school at the age of 15 now. Like college.
Oh, okay, so 17.
Technically, you could be
And-
like 20, 26 and have a master's degree at the time. Most likely for you, it would be medicine. Again, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to talk over someone. Call a Cthulhu, bitch. I have to know the 1920s.
Yeah, I'll say just turned 17.
Okay. All right. So for that, you have to deduct 5 points from either your strength or your size, and also from your education. Now,
She's no longer pregnant.
now,
I'm
now.
gonna do it from size. Ugh.
Okay.
It's
She's no longer
like a
pregnant,
little
right?
baby, like
Okay.
And from education, so it's 75.
Yeah.
You
Like-
still are considered to have a master's
You,
degree.
you should be very smart. Yes. So, okay. Okay. So now, now I believe the sheet calculates a lot of these things for you, but we'll just double check it. If you minimize the sheet, it's going to show you your sanity and your magic points. I think it's like a little row towards the top. I think it automatically can't calculates that for you because, but did we? How does it do your sanity?
I'm 50
Sanity is
99.
sanity is about the same as your power.
Okay. So that so sanity should equal her power, which I think was like 80 or something, or
My power was pretty good. It was
yeah. If you
75.
Okay, so your sanity should already be like 75. I think it already fills all that in for you.
It says
Mine's
50
at
though.
50. Yeah.
I'll double check it.
Okay.
I'm tired. Don't expect me to
No,
know
that's
the rules
okay.
off the top
That's
of my
okay.
head.
The
And
sheet
magic
does a
is
lot
10
for
out of
you, but
15.
yeah. Because I think if you go back to, you can just like maximize the sheet again and look at your power.
It's 75.
75. Okay, so your sanity should be 75.
Okay.
It matches?
No.
No? Okay, make it 75 then. And Jen, if you want to do the same thing,
Yeah.
check your power.
Power is 60.
Okay, so make sure your sanity then is 60 as well.
Okay. It was 50, so I'll
Okay.
fix that right now.
That's I thought the sheet did that right, but it sounds like it doesn't. So if folks want to check that just to be safe.
Yep.
Okay. And then your magic is 1/5 of your power. Your magic points. So
It says 10 out of 15.
Well, did that right.
yeah, that it did right. Okay, so that it did right. Okay.
Mine's 10 out of 12 somehow. I don't know if that's right or not.
It probably, if hers is right, then yours is probably right, Jen.
Okay.
I would think so.
All right.
Because I don't think, because she was, I think, slightly better at it than you. I think so.
Probably.
But okay.
I was right. It's the same as your power. I double checked in the book.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Great.
So now
My sanity's even lower.
Oh no.
That's great.
Mine is the same because I'm a basic bitch at a 50. I'm human average.
all right.
I officially have like underlying like insanity, I guess. I don't know. It like popped these things out.
Well, things happen during a war.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. It's bad.
Now your luck is going to be, you're going to roll 3d6 and multiply it by 5. And Jen, if you want to roll this again, we'll make sure that yours matches. So
Yeah, let me
13.
figure this out.
okay, so 13 times 5 is 55. I'm terrible at math.
I'm
Oh,
even
is it
worse.
mine? Can we double check?
Right.
Okay.
Or no. That's 65.
65. Oh, yeah, see. And I'm
Yay,
recording
wow.
myself being bad at math. So
That's
Oh,
fine.
I don't know either. It's embarrassing.
yeah, so 13.
I can't get the dice thing to work on this browser.
Okay. Do you have your dice there, Jen?
Yeah. What
Okay,
dice do I
why don't you
need?
just roll? You're gonna 3d6.
3d6.
Okay, so Haley, your luck is gonna be 65.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
All right, 3d6. 6, a 2, and a 1.
So it's 9 times 5 is 45.
45. And that was
So,
for what again?
Luck.
Luck. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put that in there. 45. Oh, it goes down. It was at 50.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now,
45. It'll do.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Our
So then-
family owned a mine, right? That's why
Yes.
we have a good amount of money.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So then the next part is where we start looking at their occupation, and then we allocate points, and that's into your skills. So let's see what we got. So Jen, you should already be good on this. I think.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a dancer. She's a flapper,
Yeah,
but she's,
yeah.
she feels like she's getting too old for that and needs to settle down with a husband at some point.
Right. So let me see what we've got. Because I think, based on her education, I think she's, we could say
her education could be because of her father. I've decided that he's like either a politician or a wealthy businessman that was traveling to Washington. And that's how I met my husband that's related to Hazel.
Okay.
Oh.
She could be a professor, a lawyer.
You would be allowed to be a teacher in this time period. It's one of the only jobs you can have while married.
Okay.
Not a professor in a college, but
okay. Well, I would allow professor. Maybe she's not, allowed to work, but she's got the education and she's got the skill.
Ooh, hold on. What do you want your degree to be in? That's the question. Because if it's a scientific degree, you can say you work as a lab assistant, which is something you would be able to do.
I just put her as a housewife. I don't know if we can do that, but
oh yeah, that's fine.
Let's make her more than a housewife, unless you really want her to be that. It's up to you.
Ooh,
she could be like a farm or whatever, but
yeah, we're trying to break reality from the real 1923.
A little bit.
I'm sorry. The only thought I feel like, especially with your vibe over there, make her a Morticia Addams type character. She's spooky, which is why her power is so high. She knows like some witchery, but she chooses to be a housewife. She has the option to go and work.
It's true.
She has the degree. Make her degree from like herbology or something. She was really into plants.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, Morticia Addams is a great example.
Yeah.
So.
Because I hate this. Oh,
you get like a history degree or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
Let's see.
Like she's good at talking to people. She's good at convincing, and like good at manipulation. So like maybe politics or something. No, can they do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, you could also go history and take the antiquer background, and so you work as someone who identifies old objects.
That's not a bad idea.
Because you don't have to leave your home. You can have people bring the objects to you. And technically, you're not working if people just bring you objects to identify.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like they bring her items and she's able to sense their aura or whatever. They're, ooh, this is valuable. This is a ancient Roman, blah, blah, blah.
It's underestimated very well, but the antiquing skill in Call of Cthulhu can be a very powerful thing because you could literally identify mythical objects with antiquing.
Okay. So
maybe I was kind of thinking like maybe she's not really in tune with her power yet. Like she doesn't really know. But like all these weird things started happening when she had her first child and like her husband went off the rails and stuff. So she kind of awakened later in life. But she can be like a historian. She's always had that like intuitive feeling.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I think that antiquarian or however you say it, I think that would be a good one.
Yeah. So she's a historian, like by education, but she's a housewife.
Okay. So what you do with that is you're going to have points you can spend. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your education level times 4. So she was what, like 75 times 4? That's going to be like a shit ton of points.
300.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had 320, so
yeah. So she has a good amount to spend. So what you're gonna do is these are the ones they tell you should use. Appraise, and you don't have to put points into it yet. I just want to go through with what you get. Art/craft, any, history, library use. You can learn another language. You can learn another personal skill like charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade. Spot hidden, which is always awesome, and then one other skill. So kind of thinking about kind of what we started with, I would think history would be good to put something in. Appraise.
So how do I change?
What you're going to do is you have, what was it, 300 and...
Oh, you put it under occupation points?
Yeah. What you're going to do is you're going to find the skill you want to increase. So let's say you wanted to make history a 40. Yeah. Just you would put 40 in there, and then you would then have 260 points left to spend. So it's almost like a bank. You're gonna spend points.
Now, when there is a skill that's with your background, you are proficient in it, so it adds an extra 10 points. Sadly, Foundry will not automatically do that. So you will go above your points, but it's because you're adding your proficiency to your certain skill checks. Just gonna toss that out there.
Okay. How do I do I just go to history and then?
Yeah. Let me.
How do I increase it?
You should be able to.
Oh, there's a lock button.
Hold on. Yeah. There's a little unlock. There's a little lock on your character sheet, which we always forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Click the unlock, or click the lock, and it'll unlock.
Oh.
And then you can hit it.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Yeah. No. We all missed it. So.
They did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I have 300 points to spend. That's a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What's a good number? 50, I guess. History, since it's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would think definitely appraise. She's good in. Because there's ones you get. Is that what you were saying, Whispers? Is the ones it lists? Those are the ones you're like specialties at or whatever.
Yeah, okay. You're considered proficient in them.
Okay, proficient. Okay.
Terms.
Okay.
I'll put 60 in charm.
Okay.
Okay, and spot hidden is already 25, so I'll put...
Yeah, so spot hidden, and then you get an additional 10 to whatever you want to spend on it, so...
Basically, to show you have an expertise on it, you just add extra 10 points to what's on that list.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do...
And Jen, I might want to go back over your sheet.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I gave you those 10 additional points on that. So.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, so we'll go back over that.
Okay.
And that means Edgar Wilkes got screwed too. So.
Hey! It's fine to screw the NPCs if they're going to be against us.
He really shouldn't be against you.
No,
okay, cool. Then give him the extra 10.
I think he's good. He's on our side.
Yeah,
We want Edgar to be good. He's on our side, especially given the number of times he's made a special phone call to a Telegram.
Credit rating, is that like how much money you have? Or?
Yes, essentially, like it's your access to wealth, or. So.
Or the remainder of your winnings from your
exactly.
Depending.
Keeper, I had a thought, and I'll remove the points from my character sheet. Can we say Dickie has monocoliosis? It's a lung disease you only find from working in the mines. At this age, Dickie would have entered the mines at age 5 with his father to help provide for the family.
Oh my.
Well, no, they weren't actual miners. The
Okay, cool.
old family was miners. They're rich now. They hire people to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So are
he
we
doesn't-
old money or new money? That is very
Your
important.
old money.
to know.
Your old money.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah.
So cool. We didn't have to work in the mines.
Oh,
They were
hell
like,
no, not in several generations. So
shit, the one I have been working at like 10, child labor was still a thing.
he's not like Zoolander. He's not.
Oh no, hold on. My
Have
only
the black
job
lung.
was to keep my younger brother from like trying to jump off a third story window. I was the babysitter.
Let me. I'm gonna go look up that flapper
Oh
thing
yeah.
again, and then
Yeah.
we'll update your
Okay.
character sheets.
Yeah, right
I
now
see
it says
that.
occupation is flapper/occultist, which is really kind of creepy overall. You know?
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's.
I'm actually gonna head out of here if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. Thanks for
Yeah.
thanks for joining, and we will see you next week then.
Yeah. So next week is the same time.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put that down.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Have a good night.
Also going to pop out. So
Okay.
if you have any questions, just hit
No
me up in
problem.
the DMs.
No problem. We can finish here. So,
Bye.
all right. And I will probably
Mhm.
end the stream here.
Yeah.
We'll stay on and keep working. But
Yeah.
thanks everybody who watched. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.